Tell me about, gentle marketing, humane marketing, how your approach is different from this sort of mass marketing automated system.
Right. Yeah. It's it's hugely different, and yet the differences are so subtle. There is a huge, if you've kind of also grown up in this online market space where we talk about funnels and leads and all of
Mm-hmm.
these things that are not very humane, right? Then it really is kind of this switched approach where you are not coming from the idea of pushing and chasing and convincing and manipulating, but more from the place of resonating with
Mm-hmm.
your ideal clients. And so, in order to resonate with your ideal clients, what you actually have to do is build the right foundations. And by that, what I mean is doing that inner work and going back to maybe your childhood and maybe your story of how you grew up and your values and all of these things that we sometimes hear. Oh yeah, you should have your values on your website, and then you just look a bunch of them up, and it's not that. It really is that deeper inner work to realize, well, who are you? What is your worldview? What's your bigger why are you in business? um, and then bring all of that into your marketing. I talk a lot about bringing the worldview into your marketing. Just like what you said when we first connected, we already know our values are aligned, right? There's a very high chance that we could end up working together, not just because, okay, you offer a service that I might need, but because you offer a service that I might need and our values are aligned.
Mm-hmm.
I think nowadays that is so much underestimated how much impact that has. And so that's what humane marketing is all about. It's about, yeah, again, that resonating piece and coming from empathy and kindness, and not wanting to push people into buying, but actually empowering them to make a smarter buying decision.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think, I was actually just talking to my team earlier this week. I was doing a keyword research project for an organization that helps with executive search for people who want to do more diversity, equity, and inclusion work and make sure that the hiring that they're doing is not just like, oh, we found a candidate who's BIPOC, like a person of color, but we made sure that they were a good fit for the community, that the board was representative. These are all nonprofits or educational organizations. And so the keyword research that we were doing was about compensation packages and wage gaps and like things that really light me up, that really feel in alignment with my, not just my business, my agency values of inclusion, transparency, curiosity, but also my personal values. And I think
Yeah.
sometimes people will conflate the two of, well, like you said, I have these phrases and buzzwords on my website about authenticity, right? But that they are just words.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the thing that I think you do really well is helping people figure out how to take those gut needs
Right.
and turn them into actions. And when we have an understanding of what lights us up, which for me is like still nerdy keyword research, but keyword research that's not just, how do I get more clicks to my client's website so that way I can get more traffic into their funnel, which will then convert at a 3%, and we can maybe increase the conversion rate to 3.1%, but it's not a good fit. Like none of that has ever felt good to me. And
Right.
so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially if you
so
had a client who made you research keywords that were completely against your values, then you would be like, no, that's not what I meant by, being fond of keywords. It depends also in your case what kind of keywords and if they're aligned with your
what
values,
the
right?
outcomes are that the additional traffic for those keywords would mean to that client. And
Right.
it's not just what are the words that are on the page, but also like, do I feel like I'm supporting a mission that is important to me? That to me is I've been doing this. There's only so many times you can look at the same spreadsheets.